blah 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 blah. My name is Inshot, Clara. Hi beautiful people, what's up? It's your girl Clara, and you know how it goes. I post videos about life here in the United Kingdom, tips on how to get here, Christianity, and relationship talk. So on today's video, I'll be talking about how I got 4 jobs within 2 weeks in the United Kingdom, how I did this, what skills I applied, and how it worked. So sit back, grab a popcorn, focus on this video. Coming here October officially, I was I was so lonely because I'm the kind of girl that I don't like to just sit at home doing nothing. I love to get my hands doing something. I love to work. I love to do jobs. One thing or the other. I've never been that girl that has been idle. Like guys, I started working at the age of 16 when I was done with secondary school. I worked as a teacher, I worked as a bar assistant, I worked as a secretary, I worked in so many places. So coming down here and just sitting at home for a week straight, it was like punishment, guys. I was falling sick. I was like, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. So what did I do? I just went online. Nobody told me, because boredom can turn to depression, if you get what I mean. So it's not so good to just sit at home doing nothing. Reason why this saying goes, an idle man is the devil's workshop. And guys, that's true. Because you'll be idle and you start thinking of rubbish, you start thinking of things you're not meant to think of, or do things you aren't meant to do, or chat up people you aren't meant to chat. Yeah, guys. So I was just sitting and no one told me. I just picked up my laptop one day. I was just on Google searching like this jobs in UK, jobs, you could search your particular location, but Manchester, or you are in Edinburgh, or you are in Liverpool, you could type on Google jobs in Liverpool and you see list of jobs coming out. Coming out. In fact, the list itself will overwhelm you. So I just did that and I started applying. I went to the job office here. Each towns have like a job office. You could go, you could tell them that, oh yeah, you are a new immigrant here and you're looking for a job. They could help you search on their computer if you're not really good with technologies. They could help you search and write down the recruiters information, the job place, the number, etc. So you could also do that. So what worked for me, I actually didn't do that step. I just went on my computer. I was searching. So I started applying. Nobody was getting back to me, guys. I know how frustrating that is, whereby you apply for like 50 jobs in a day or 50 jobs in a week and nobody was getting back to you. You'd be like, what have I done wrong? What have I really done wrong? You know? So what I did, I just started watching videos like this on YouTube, like hashtag jobs in the UK, hashtag how I got jobs in the UK. You get what I mean? So, and I saw that, oh, I was actually doing it the wrong way. I was actually doing it the wrong way, in the sense that my CV wasn't even compatible, wasn't the required CV they accept here in the UK when you need a job. I was like, so this is it. So what I did, I now followed the step again on Google. Like, Google is a master saver, guys. If you want to succeed, if you want to get more information, it's Google, guys. It's Google for me. In fact, I've quit asking people, oh, how did you do this? How can I get this done? etc. I just go on Google, type whatever I want to search and whatever I want to do, and it comes out. And also YouTube is another most searched and educative, informative platform. You get what I mean? So you don't need to go about spilling all your plans or thoughts to someone. You could just go on this platform. Long story cut short, I divert a lot, guys. If you haven't noticed, that is me. I don't know why I do this. I just divert too much. So I just went to Google on how to construct a CV. And when I make construct CV, you have to know the particular CV you want to construct. For example, if you want to get a job as a nurse, or you want to get a job as a doctor, or as a teacher, or a care assistant, there's a particular process you have to follow. A particular process you have to follow on the CV. You can't just go and start writing blah 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 blah. My name is Njoku Clara. Mbano. You can't do that. So you have to follow this process for you to be selected. if you want to have a chance of getting that job, you have to follow this process. So luckily again, guys, when I check on Google, you could pay for your CV to be written. Because coming in as a new immigrant, I don't have knowledge of how they write the CV. I don't know things to be done in the CV. So you could pay someone, not someone, online platform, you don't even know who is writing this for you. You could just pay them about £1 or two. You could pay them for your CV to be written and forward it to your email. You could print it, but yeah, they don't use printed CV. Unlike Nigeria, whereby our CV is so bulky, it's about 10 pages. If your CV is not up to 10 pages, they will not employ you in Nigeria. But it's not like that here. Yeah, the CV is just a page. Short, brief, straight to the point, full stop, boom. That is it. And well articulated, well written, you know. So I was like, okay, how can I write all my experience and everything on just a page? So I just had to pay, guys. I don't want to pass through that stress. I just had to pay for the CV. And when my CV came out, I was like, wow, wow, really? Really? And when you pay, these are not the people just writing it though. When you pay, you still have to do some bits, some parts, in the sense that you still have to put in your skills or stuff could help the writer construct a very proper CV for you. So this platform is just like a guideline on how to write your CV, but you pay. So I just did that and I started applying for jobs with that CV. Guys, no jokes. Within 2 days, guys, jobs got back to me. Jobs were just getting back to me. Hi, Clara, we've received your CV. Would like to call you for an interview. You've been enlisted for an interview. I was like, what? Really? Is that how it works? Oh, I didn't know. I really didn't know. So I was just so excited. Don't stop, guys. Don't skip this video. Listen, when you apply for this job, don't just fold your hands and say, oh, Clara said just apply and that is it. No, that is not it. After I applied for this job, I called them on phone immediately. Whatever job I'm applying, luckily they are already there. There's already informations of the recruiter there. You call the office or you email them that, hey, I'm Clara, or I saw your job offer on a particular platform, or I would like to apply for this job. I'm so interested. I just send down my CV. Just make sure you put in effort because you're the one who is desperate for this job. Like me, I was so desperate. I wanted to do something. I've never sat at home doing nothing, you know. So jobs were getting back to me and I was going for interviews upon interviews. But guess what, guys? I wasn't being called back. I wasn't being called back. In fact, I cried my eyes out. I'm a crybaby. I cry for every single thing I like to cry. My tears are just here. I cry so much. So I cried. I was like, what is happening? My husband will keep telling me that when it's your turn, when God says it's the right time, you'll be the one running away from jobs. I was like, oh, how long? For how long? For how long? So I went back again on YouTube. YouTube is a good platform, guys. Then again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please just hit that subscribe button. So I went back to YouTube. Then I typed tips on how to get jobs in the UK. Hashtag successful tips on how to get jobs in the UK. Then I saw the interview processes. And I was like, wow. So all this interview I've been doing it the wrong way. Reason why I haven't been called back. I was like, oh, really? So this time around, I channeled my brain, my mind. I focused on YouTube. I started watching videos on tips, successful tips for interview. Then I started implementing that. The first job I implemented this tip, guys, they called me back. I got called. And it was so surreal. I was like, finally. And guess what, guys? Like I said, God's time is always the best. When I got called, this job was the best amongst every other job I've ever applied for. Like, was the best. The pay is like times 4 of the other jobs I was applying for. Like, when I really didn't know these tips and skill, I was limiting myself to regular manual jobs I could do like Cleaning, I'm not saying cleaning is bad, but whatever you find your hands to do it well, and the Lord will prosper you. So I was limiting myself to that because I need the shame for waiting go put food for my table. You get what I mean? That's what my mom taught me. I was limiting myself, applying for cleaning job, applying for, just manual, petty jobs. I wasn't really getting these also because of the interview processes. I wasn't really participating well in that interview. So this job, guys, this job I'm talking about, guys, that I got called back when I implemented this skill. That is the tips of successful interview process in the UK. I got called back, and on my way home, guys, no jokes, on my way home, I received a text message saying, "Hello, Clara, you've just been recruited." I was like, God, really? Is this how it works? Is this how you work, God? Then when can you start? The message was like, when can you start? I was like, oh more, I can start anytime. If no, won't make I start, I can start. You know. So I was just so happy. I was so happy. That wasn't all, guys. You know the way the job system work here in UK, unlike Nigeria, whereby you go to work, or rather whereby your work is supposed to start by 9 a.m., you have to leave the house by 5 p.m. to be able to beat up the traffic. And when you're coming back, you will come back and get home late by 11 or 10 p.m. Meanwhile, you are supposed to close by 6 p.m. You end up getting home by 10 p.m. because of the traffic. It's not like that. Yeah, guys. Over here, you could juggle 2 or 3 jobs if you have the strength, if you have the power to do it. You get what I mean? So I started this job. I saw that, okay, great. I still have time to myself. I was doing full time, just that is 3 times in a week. I was like, okay, I still have time for myself. And that is, I have 4 more days left in a week without doing nothing. What do I want to be doing at home? Just folding my hands, chatting, going on social media, watching irrelevant stuff. I was like, no, I need to get another stuff to do. Wait, guys, before you say I'm greedy, no, I'm not greedy. No, 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 it's just me. I just love to do stuff. I know the kind of person I am. I don't love to be idle. You can't be me. We are all different. So I'm just telling you this story from my own perspective. You get what I mean? So I was like, okay, I think I need to apply for more jobs. Then I applied again, and I used that same tips, the one I watched on YouTube. I used that tips again for the interview process. Guys, I got this job. Now, talking about the tips, that is my story. When you want to apply for jobs here in the UK, you see the CV, like I said, you could pay for your CV to be written, but there's some processes which you need to do by yourself. Talking about the skill, when they ask you for this kind of skill you do, you don't need to go about and start speaking Oyibo, start writing big grammar. Make it as short and brief as possible. Like you could say, oh, I am very well spoken, I'm very interactive. You get what I mean? That kind of skill, you don't need to write full sentence. You could just write interactive, then comma, ability to adhere to instruction, comma, well spoken, comma. You get what I mean? Just make it as brief as possible. This is one tip. If you don't go home with anything today in this video, go home with this. You know? And also, there's a place in the CV. I wish I have my CV. I could have shown you guys. There's a particular place on the CV whereby you have to write professional summary. It's called professional summary, guys. And this is talking about why you think this job is for you. Why do you think you are the right person for this job? Just go straight to the point, guys. If you're applying for an instant, if you have a lovely nature, write it down there, and you'll be surprised of the outcome of you being real. You get what I mean? And also your references, guys. References is also important. In fact, that should have been the first thing I said in this video. Before you ever apply for a job, know the kind of reference you want to put in. When I'm talking about references, that the kind of people these your recruiters or employers would contact and say, oh, do you know this girl? Or do you know this lady? Or do you know this man? Do you think this man is the right person for this job, or has this person worked for you? So before you do this CV stuff, or before you apply for this job, you need to contact the references you have at heart. If it's your past employer, yes, one of them should be your past employer and the other should be a family or a friend. You need to contact them and say, oh, I'm applying for so job, and I want to use you a and I want to use you as a reference. Can I go ahead? You need to get their go ahead, and you need to tell them that, oh, please, you have to be on your phone 247. You have to be on your phone 247 looking at these messages, because once they miss it, or once they don't reply, that your employer would see that, oh, you aren't serious, or maybe you lied, or maybe these people were never your former employers. You get what I mean? And they might just put you at the bottom list and give someone else's the job. So you really need to make sure your references are very, very keen on you getting this job. And how could they be keen? By checking their emails 247, because yes, it's their email you will give these people, especially as an immigrant from Nigeria. You can't give them Nigerian number to call. No, they won't do that. You will give these people emails and they will contact your references rather. Oh, I don't know if I'm calling it right. References or reference, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. you know. So these are very important. And once they do that, you need to tell them that, oh, they have to reply very fast. They have to reply very fast that this job is so important to you. Make it as a life or death matter. Because we're talking about money here, and the Bible says money answereth all things. You need your money to pay your bills, to pay your utility bills, to do a lot of stuff. So you need this job. Because over here, like, Nigerians think we don't get to pluck money from the tree. We don't get to see money on the road. It's what you do. It's your work that will fetch you money. So you need this job. So I've talked about the reference, right, guys? Then after this, don't just close your phone at, oh, I've called them, I've written my CV. No. Try to be updated. Like, you have sites you could apply for this job. Like, there's one called Indeed, there's another called Glassdoor, there's called LinkedIn, there's another called what's this NHS Recruiter, there's another called Easy Apply. Just go on Google, you see a lot, about 100 or 1,000. You see this site. So you have to keep yourself updated and keep applying, keep applying, keep applying. If you apply for 1,000, don't get me wrong, one will surely get back to you. So you don't have to give up, guys. So here is my story. Here is my testimony. This is just few tips, not a professional tip, by the way. Disclaimer, I'm not a recruiter. I'm not an agent of any sort, but this is from personal experience, what have worked for me, and one thing I said about myself while starting this YouTube is that I'm going to create content that is going to impact people positively, not otherwise. Not coming here to show off my achievement, to show off my material achievement or whatever, but to impact people positively. So, guys, I think I've talked too much in this video. This is just the end, guys. If you like this video, if you want more content like this, please, please, please do not forget to subscribe. Like this video, share, and leave a comment down below. God bless you. See you in my next video. Bye.